Hi there. So we're a couple of days away from Christmas, which means we're about a week away from the new year. And I like to take this time to reflect on the previous year, some of the things that's happened to me, some of the themes that I've seen, and start to plan for my goals for 2024. So I have three themes that I'm going to take away from 2023, three things that have stood out more than anything else. The first one is not taking your health for granted. For me, it's been very specific in terms of health. I spent a bit of time in hospital early in the year and then had an accident which meant I spent a bit more time in hospital toward the end of the year. And one of the things I've taken away from this is as we get older, it takes us a lot longer to heal. The healing process is just a bit more frustrating than it used to be. I used to be a platelet donor. I used to fix really, really quickly. It's been a real struggle this year, to be honest. So for me, that health thing, I turn 60 next year. So the takeaway for me really is to get really fit. So that means reducing my weight, being a bit fitter, being a bit stronger, muscular wise, lifting a few weights, and using this to be the strongest that I have been, hopefully, in the last 10 years, in terms of looking forward and looking after myself. The second thing that is a consequence of this is not taking your friends for granted. They are absolutely priceless. When you're a bit down in your luck and your friends rally round, you realize, they are a fantastic investment. Spending time with your friends and them supporting you is so valuable, so valuable. So they rallied around me, particularly when I was unwell. One or two featured highly. Richard, thank you so much for all of the effort you put in and coming to stay with me. And what's the takeaway here is I have regular check-ins with my friends. At the worst, it's every 2 weeks, more frequently, multiple times per week for some people. Stay close to your friends. Now is a great time to tell them, how valuable they are and the contribution they've made in the last year. So the takeaway for me, no excuses. Keep up that regular check-ins. I suggest you do the same. Tell people how much difference, how much of a positive difference they make in your life. The third thing is more work related, and I am the world's worst procrastinator, and I really suffer from insufficient motivation. Motivation is not going to show up from your environment. It's not going to show up from tools or technology. Motivation is a myth, as they say in the book. For me, I can sit down at a desk and I will find any excuse to do anything else other than the one thing that I really need to do. So my takeaway from this is really to just sit down and do the work. There is no other way around it. You just have to get on with it. That is my takeaway. Those are my three that I've learned from 2023 that I'll take into 2024. So you've heard me talk about my reflections on 2023 in the previous year and how I set my goals for 2024. So how are you going to get started? I personally love the Susanna Conway worksheets. There's a link in the description below. She has this beautifully structured. Go to her website, stick in your email address to receive the PDFs, and all you do as part of the process, step 2 if you like, is just answer the questions. She has structured this to reflect on the previous year and then ask you questions about your goals for the coming year. It's a super easy process, really enjoyable. That's it, just follow the process. Not difficult, anyone can do it. So here are some of the things that I've learnt as I've been through this process. Maybe you want to consider building them into your own. The first thing is to enjoy the process. It's really nice to be asked some deep reflective questions. Really nice for someone else to kind of put the structure together to pull through your goals. Remember, celebrate all of the wins that you've had throughout the year. Just remember how awesome you've been. And don't beat yourself up over some of the things that perhaps you didn't achieve. There's plenty of opportunity to get those into the coming years. The second thing is make an occasion of it. find either a quiet space or visit your favorite coffee shop, take a glass of wine, cup of tea, and just enjoy the process. It takes a little bit of time, but the investment is well worth it. Find a nice spot, take your time, go through the process. Just remember to put time aside in order to do this. It's not a quick process, but the time spent is valuable. The third thing is, even though I'm a digital geek, is I prefer the paper process. These are PDFs that you can print out. It's great when that sort of brain to finger process of actually writing things down. You can scribble things that you might have forgotten in the margins and add it all in later. And for those kind of digital geeks like myself, you can always write it up in digital form afterwards. But the actual process of pen to paper, I found, is super valuable. So something you should definitely consider. Third thing, beyond this is, if you've enjoyed the process, if you found it really valuable, is share it. I'm not asking you to share your innermost secrets that you've written down, but I'm thinking more about sharing the process, getting more people to do it. Remember, at the beginning, I said it's only 3% of people in the world actually set goals for the coming year. So share that process, share the worksheets, share some of the positive things that you took out of the process with your friends, your family, and get other people to do it. Encourage them to be the best person that they can be for 2024.